Multitudes of people, somehow we got all of these interesting aspects lost in history.
No, what I said is that it's a matter of historical fact. That first century, a lot of written history is lost to us. So even if there are people who have recorded that, I didn't mention that the most prominent Jewish historian during Jesus' time, we have nothing of his left. Everything what he has written is gone. The man named Justice. Let me complete.
Finish your point, but answer the observation that I've made here.
Secondly,
why none?
Secondly, Matthew records it because he has a particular theological point to make. Other gospel writers, even they did not record it because they did not find that detail very important. But Matthew is writing to the Jews, therefore he recorded it.
Slow down for me. Yeah. So now, try to show the resurrection of one man called Christ is so significant when we have the evidence of actually many people coming out of the graves and going to multiple people. But they didn't find it interesting.
That does not find. The whole point is that doesn't.
Mansur, can we go over there, please?
No. He's not going to be long enough.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Mansur, please.
What?
No. Please stand here. I'm just interested in talking.
Why? Carry on.
Yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, it is not part of the agenda. You are talking about a time when the cost of a papyrus sheet was 1 day's labor.
What about all the other chroniclers, the Jewish, the pagans? What happened to them? How come they did not record this event?
They did not find it relevant to record it.
Seriously?
Secondly,
you know what?
Secondly,
do you really think
they have recorded? I've already said this categorically. I've named one of the most prominent Jewish historians during Jesus' day, around AD 30s, named Justice. All of his writings are lost, so we don't even know if he recorded it. Therefore, your argument, brother, is an argument from silence.
No, my argument is clear.
And secondly,
it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up at all.
No, let me just complete. There's a major deflection that happened here. He started by asking me to, give evidence for John being an eyewitness.
Yeah.
And I did give one evidence. And then when I
your circumstantial point, the circumstantial point about a detail does not prove he's an eyewitness. He could, let me tell you why. He could easily, if that was historically true to begin with, okay, for the argument's sake, he could easily get from secondary, tertiary material. He doesn't need to be an eyewitness for this thing to say.
But he claims to be an eyewitness, and then that is actually substantiated by the claims he makes.
Somebody just claims doesn't make his claim true. Do you accept that? We have to examine.
If it is corroborated by evidence,
No. If we find no other gospel writers corroborating John in many of the Christologies, for example, then we know the Gospel of John, gospel writer, is putting things in the mouth of Christ. Excuse me. The writer, John, attributed for that gospel, is putting the words of Jesus, putting his words in Jesus' mouth. Isn't that what the scholars say?
No, that is not what the scholars say.
Wait,
what the scholars say.
Wait, one second.
Refer to which scholars? There are
One
scholars
second.
who would say different things about the hadiths.
One second. Are there Christian scholars in Christian academia in which they say that John is writing and projecting not of a historical Jesus, what he said, but rather he's projecting John's own theology, own words, and saying this is what Jesus said? Do we have Christian scholars who said that in academic publications?
You can tell me.
I'm asking, do you know of any? No. I'm simply asking to see whether you actually read historical and academic scholarship.
I do read academic scholarship.
Good. So are you aware of any scholarship where Christian scholars who study this field who said that?
There could be.
I'm saying, are you aware? Have you read them?
I don't want to answer that question.
Because you have not.
That is irrelevant.
No, it's very relevant.
That is irrelevant. Because
that really shows.
Remember where we started the conversation.
That really shows.
I give clear evidence that
you haven't provided me any.
There is a detail that John could not have invented, but he is an eyewitness. He writes.
No, it doesn't follow.
Let me finish it.
You did not address my point. He could have got from someone else or someone else, right?
And then he also claims to be the eyewitness within the gospel itself multiple times.
But we know from the evidence he is pointing.
If he's just going to be interrupting me throughout.
No. You've made your point.
No, I've not made my point.
Finish your point, then I will respond.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. If there is a claim that is made, which could not have been invented in that era, right? All the three other gospel writers, maybe they heard that John said something like, water and blood gushed out from his side. But well, even Luke being a physician, basis that the age, medical science could not explain it. Therefore, he did not probably write about it. But John, he said that I am an eyewitness. I saw, and the next verse he says that the very next verse he says that the one who's testifying is the one who actually saw this. And
can you quote me exactly what it says?
John 19:34.
And what does he say?
Yeah. Let me. Actually, I don't have information.
And his own testimony is true.
Yes.
Yeah. Someone self-testifies and makes it true.
Yes. No, but here, are you not seeing the wonder of it?
No.
That particular detail, he
It
could not
does
have
not
explained
prove
it.
in any way
He
that
could not have
he's an
explained
eyewitness.
He could not have
It
explained
doesn't
it.
follow.
He could not have explained it. And today, through modern medical science, we know that the condition was pleural effusion.
Today, through medical science, we know he couldn't have been died in the first place. The whole argument collapses.
No.
He couldn't have been dead. Do you not get it? According to modern scientific understanding, he wasn't long enough there. Did they really break his arms and legs enough? One second. Can I ask you a question? The way he was crucified, did they break his legs and arms and put him on the cross?
No, he didn't. They did not break his leg.
Do you know why in those times, the people who are going to get crucified, do you know why their arms and legs are broken?
Yeah, because they can stop breathing. They have to
Right.
lift their
So
body.
now you have an individual in
Yeah.
your narrative, which I don't accept that in the first place. We don't believe this happened.
Yeah.
In your narrative, this individual, his hands and legs were not broken. Okay? So he's actually physically quite strong. He wasn't there long enough on the cross. So how does he die? Medically, scientifically, how does he die?
Okay.
Tell me.
I will explain
Yeah.
to you.
Explain to me medically and scientifically,
Can you
how can someone for only a few hours on the cross die?
You know what Jesus suffered before getting onto the cross?
I'm listening.
If you seem to have actually read the particular literature on.
I am
medical
listening.
science.
I want to know, how does someone die when their hands and feet have not been broken, legs have not been broken, and they're only on the cross for a few hours?
But tell me what the condition that
I
Jesus
am
actually
going
suffered.
to listen to your medical, scientific rationalization. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I'm quoting from a peer-reviewed medical science journal. It says, clearly the weight of historical and medical evidence indicates that Jesus was dead before the wound to his side was inflicted, and supports a traditional view that the spear thrust between his right ribs probably perforated not only the right lung but also the pericardium and lung, and thereby ensured
Probably.
his death.
Probably.
His death. And here is one of the members of the Jesus Seminar and one of the key opponents of the Christian view, Gerd Ludemann. He writes, the historian Gerd Ludemann writes, the fact of the death of Jesus as a consequence of crucifixion is indisputable, despite hypotheses of a pseudo-death or a deception which are sometimes put forward. It need not be discussed in academia further.
Oh, faith claim. So now tell me again what you've read. See if you've comprehended what you've read.
Yeah.
So now tell me, what was the mechanism of his death on the cross?
What is the mechanism?
How did he die on the cross?
Jesus had already suffered a lot.
What did he
including
suffer?
a condition called hematiodrosis.
And what is that?
You tell me what is that?
I'm asking you. Tell us.
The
What is
reason
it?
because you've been
Excuse me.
question.
I'm asking you a
just want
simple
to-
question.
I just
Wait,
want
wait.
I just want to expose you.
Don't just waffle around. I'm asking you a simple question.
I want to just expose
Tell me now.
for the people who are
Hang on.
seeing, I want to expose
Can you?
that you have not,
you can
actually
do.
not read the
You
literature.
can do the exposition.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
So how did he die? What condition did he have?
Hematiodrosis. Tell me what is hematiodrosis.
No, I'm asking you. What is that?
No, because you claim to be an expert on
Excuse me. When did I say I was expert?
No, you.
Look at the
No,
deflection.
You
so
said,
don't
you said-
deflect
You
it.
said
Don't
that,
deflect
oh,
it.
in academia has.
Excuse me.
Are there any scholars?
Instead of
who have said
deflecting,
this?
instead of
Yeah.
deflecting.
Yeah.
So this condition again. Say it once more so all can hear.
Hematiodrosis.
Hematodosis. And what is that condition? Let's hear it all.
It is the condition where, under extreme stress, very, very rare occurrence that modern medical science has identified, under extreme duress, a person would sweat blood.
in the extreme duress. So Jesus Christ, who came according to them voluntarily to die on the cross, obviously it's not going to be extremely duress.
that is your
One
view.
second. You believe Jesus knew he's going to be sacrificed. That's the whole idea, isn't it? So someone who knows I'm going to get sacrificed on the cross, does that follow rationally at all that he's going to be extremely duress so much that he's going to sweat blood?
Because
Nonsense.
He was not the product of a Gnostic.
Hang on. Nonsense.
That is
So,
not nonsense, dude.
Look.
Because
Hey, listen. Someone in your belief who came to self-sacrifice on the cross knows that this is what I have to do.
Yes.
This is my mission.
Yes.
So now is he going to be really worried so much that he's sweating blood?
no. Okay.
Anyone say yes? Raise your hand. Say yes. No one agreeing with you, my friend. Because the reality is, wait.
Muslims would stand
Get some
there
Christians,
and
get
say-
some Christians, get some atheists.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
the reality is, there shouldn't be any kind of stress and worry and anxiety because he knows this is what his outcome is.
But
His
he was
mission.
fully man.
Wait, but
He was fully man.
But was he not God at
came-
the same-
He
sorry.
came here to suffer.
Wait.
He came here to suffer.
But
And
there
the
was no suffering.
Began in the Garden of Gethsemane.
Uh-huh.
Now,
So
listen
this.
to me.
One second.
Listen
Can
to
you?
me.
I
Listen
will.
to me.
Yeah.
But let me just complete.
Just
Let me
no.
complete. You
Just
can't keep on
make.
talking.
Just make this point. This condition that you said. This condition
This
does
monologue,
not.
I'm
does
interested in
not.
this monologue. I'm
Now
not
you
interested
don't
in this
like it
monologue
because when you are
okay,
scrutinized,
I put
you don't like
I
it.
put forward 2 details, my friends. You can check
Does
this
not
out.
prove-
You can check this out.
You can check it out. It
Luke
doesn't
being a
prove.
physician,
Was he an eyewitness?
Luke being a physician.
Was he an eyewitness?
When he heard.
Was he an
that-
eyewitness?
When he heard that Jesus sweat blood, a detail that other gospel writers did not record, he writes it down. Today
Was he
we
an
know-
eyewitness?
Today we know
Excuse
that
me.
the condition is hematidrosis.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hematidrosis.
Was Luke an eyewitness?
No, Luke wrote based
Answer
on
the question. Was he an eyewitness?
No, he was not an eyewitness.
Now, he was an eyewitness and he's writing from other people, rumors.
Yeah.
So
Oh
the-
my goodness.
hang on.
The Air India flight crash.
Hello?
Did
He's,
people see it?
he's writing from other people where it's all about rumors that Jesus was this. He was sweating blood and he was sweating honey and he was sweating popcorn. You can mention all
Do
your
you really understand
I
how
listen.
stupid an argument you're making?
Look,
when
that's-
modern medical science actually looks back and tells you that a person under such severe duress.
Why would he be under duress?
Because he was fully man and he suffered fully for the sake of humanity.
Wait. What was the duress that made him sweat blood? Tell me.
Because he knew that as a human, the pain and the suffering
Wait,
that he
wait.
was going to go through during the night.
Wait, slow down. What is going to happen is going to be crucifixion, right? Many people were crucified.
Yeah.
So he is God on earth, according to your belief,
Yeah.
but he has a human body because
Yeah.
he's assumed a human body.
Yeah.
So this human body was so weak, and that God is not supporting this human body at all in your theology, that he is now so much under duress, he's suffering. Does it add up?
First of all,
Does it add up?
see how far this has deflected. I have
No,
given two
your-
details in the gospel.
All your
that
supporting
they could not have
evidence
predicted or invented
is
on their
actually
own.
a whitewash. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense.
Because medical details, they
doesn't
could
help
not
you.
have invented it.
That doesn't help you at
Secondly,
all.
when Jesus was fully human being, he took the pain, the
What pain?
suffering.
What pain?
The suffering.
What suffering?
From hematidrosis in the Garden of
Hang on.
Gethsemane.
What
If
suffering
you-
did he take in? Look, you have a human being. He's really worried, really in anxiety,
Yeah.
in sweating blood. Now, what pain is he suffering? What pain?
What do you mean by what pain?
An individual who's God on earth, like
Yeah.
he's God.
Yeah.
He knows. Did you know he was God, right?
Yes.
So he's God and he knows he's God.
Yeah.
And now he's so much worried that I'm going to die by crucifixion.
He's not worried. Come on, how are you putting words in my mouth?
Hang on. So
I'm
he's
saying
hang
that
on.
He
So
suffered the pain.
What
as a
pain?
Complete human being.
What pain is
you
he suffering?
Need to read. You need to,
what pain is he suffering?
As a human being,
He's God on
whatever-
earth. One second.
whatever.
He's
by
God
the
on
way-
earth.
By the way, hundreds of years before Christ, Isaiah 53, hundreds of years before Christ, he foretold, and by the Dead Sea Scrolls, we know that this was written well before Christ. He foresaw this and said that he was a man of sorrow, which means
Who is that
he took
referring to?
to Jesus.
No, does it name it? Does it name Jesus?
Read Isaiah 53, please.
No. I'm asking you, because you are the one who believes it. Does it name Jesus? Does it say Messiah? Or does it actually talk about the suffering servant who is Israel?
It talks about the suffering servant who is Christ.
No, it doesn't say Christ anywhere in the text, does it?
My dear brothers
1 second.
and sisters who are
Allah-
listening to me here,
Can I ask you a simple
If
question?
you just
Could you
Google
tell me?
and read
You don't
Isaiah
Google when it comes to scholarship. You don't Google.
No, not scholarship.
Wait.
I am saying Isaiah 53. If you read it for for your own,
I have read it. Have you read it?
I have read it.
I don't think you have.
I have
Look,
read
let me tell you. In Isaiah 53, it talks about he shall see his seed.
Yes.
In the language, the seed is literal. It's not metaphorical, because this word is not used metaphorically. I hope you knew that, right? Because as a Christian, you should know that. And he shall see his progeny. So this individual or nation that is talking about, that shall see his seed and see his progeny, if that referred to Jesus, has Jesus got any children, literal sons, daughters? No. Has Jesus got literal progeny? No. So I'm afraid Isaiah 53, excuse me, Isaiah 53 cannot and would never indicate it's referring to Christ, because it's talking about someone or some nation as a group will see literal seed. I'm sorry, my friend, you didn't know anything about that. You need to learn a bit more about the Old Testament.
By the lack of,
There's no point waffling anymore, because
he doesn't even understand.
you don't have any support
Isaiah
for what you
53.
say.
Okay.
Luke, John, whatever you bring,
Okay.
none of them can help your belief.
I-
Where God,
When I showed you,
You haven't showed me anything.
When I showed you clearly that the Gospel of John is an eyewitness account. By the way, I'll give you more arguments, and I know that
I
you
don't
want
need
to
arguments, I
disprove
need evidence.
Yeah,
And you have provided none.
Arguments and evidence.
You haven't
I will
provided
give
any.
you, and still you
So
are not going to
let's go back to Isaiah
contradict it.
53.
Yeah, Isaiah
Isaiah 53.
Yeah.
He shall see his seed.
No, but listen to this.
My objection is what you should be addressing.
Yeah.
He shall see his
You are
seed.
saying it's Israel, right?
I'm saying it's literal.
What is this prophecy about?
Excuse me, I'm saying it talks about he shall see his seed is literal.
It is
Now,
not literal.
if
That-
you don't,
out
it's
of
literal.
Out of your own convenience, you can argue.
No,
However,
the word seed in the
tell
Hebrew
me
is in
about-
what?
tell me
What's the
about
word?
Isaiah 53. Who is Isaiah 53 about?
Don't deflect it.
Who is Isaiah 53 about? With a straight face, give me an answer.
Suffering servant Israel.
Israel. Okay, here it says. He has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we esteemed him stricken. He has borne our griefs. Whose griefs? He's writing to the Jews, to Israel. He's saying that Israel has borne our griefs.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I didn't say the Isaiah narrative, all of it is literal. Did I say that? So this is where
I
you
said Isaiah
listen.
53.
Can I
Who
finish?
is it about? The question
Right.
is clear. Who is Isaiah 53 about? Written hundreds of years before Christ.
According to the Jews, who is it referring to? According to the Jewish people and their scholarship, for thousands of years, who is it referring to?
They have deflected on this multiple
Excuse me.
times. Some of their
Wait.
rabbis have actually
Wait.
said- Yeah.
According to the Jewish practice and their belief and their tradition,
Yeah.
who is it referring to?
They have deflected on this. Some rabbis.
Who
have
is it
said-
referring to?
Some rabbis have tried to
Who is it
argue.
referring to?
Of the rabbis have tried
He's
to
not answering.
argue that it
Notice,
is about Israel.
notice
Their
how
argument says-
he
and
is
that
not
is
answering
why-
the question.
That is why even very prominent Jews have come to Christ, because after reading Isaiah 53,
Excuse me.
for example,
One
of the
last
world's
time.
leading scientists, James Tour, who is a Jew, right?
I don't think it's going anywhere, right? Meaningfully.
He.
Who is it referring to?
By ISI index, one of the
According
world's leading
to-
scientists at Rice University.
Why are you running away from the
By
question?
reading Isaiah 53, because
My
even
question-
Jews understand
Excuse
that
me.
they are deflecting on Isaiah 53.
I am
They
going
did
to
not
ask you once
expect
more.
their-
I'm going to ask you once more. Finally, I'm not going to ask you again because I don't want to repeat it again. According to the Jewish belief and their tradition and their practice and their scholarship, who is it referring to?
According to the Jewish belief, who is it referring to?
By
when they
understanding
when
the text.
say, when Moses said a prophet will come after me, who
So he's
is-
not answering the question,
who
is
is
he?
it referring to? Jesus Christ, yeah. Now they will say, so who is it referring to as per the
So-
Jewish belief?
so
I'm just trying to
notice-
expose his fallacious reasoning.
So
The
notice-
Jewish interpretation of the prophecy is not the right, need not be the right interpretation of the prophecy. He said it is about the
Excuse
suffering
me.
of Israel. But this is what it says. Surely
So,
he has borne our grief
now you have a
and
Christian
carried our
preacher
sorrows,
singing and
yet
dancing,
we
right?
esteemed him stricken,
Instead of
smitten by
answering the
God,
question,
and afflicted.
he's singing and
He
dancing.
was pierced for our transgressions.
Right.
He was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him was the chastisement that brought us peace. Hundreds of years before Christ, this was clearly written down, and the Jews rejected the Messiah, and the fact that they would reject the Messiah was also in the Old Testament, which clearly indicates that the prophecy was about Jesus.
Okay.
To deflect this.
Now,
Yeah.
thank you for all of this singing and dancing. Answer my question. According to the Jewish understanding of the text, by their tradition, by their rabbis, by their scholars, who is it referring to? Don't tell me who it's not referring to. Who is it referring to? One last chance.
As per the Jewish rabbis, they know this is a clear problem for them in their
Answer
own
the
scriptures,
question.
and therefore
Go
they
on.
have deflected.
Answer his question.
They have deflected it.
Now you deflected by talking.
Answer the question. Go ahead.
You can talk.
Last chance to save your face. Go on, answer the question. Who do they referring to?
They have tried to argue it that it is about.
My friend, that's the end of discussion. I'm sorry. You are not worthy of having a discussion because you do not understand what your opponent is asking in the first place. Okay, there you go. You know what's happening. That's why we cannot have a discussion on an intellectual level. No more questions.